Taking, just be. Don't take it. Taking, just don't be. And live my life. Don't take it.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Life of a Groovy Girl, and I am yours truly, Texas T. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. If you are returning, welcome back. Give this video a like, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section, consider subscribing before you leave, and come and be a part of the gym family. So, just like the vlog about my weight loss surgery, I kind of debated about doing this one. But once again, I was like, what the hell, might as well. So, this video, as you can see from the title, Life After Lockup. So your girl did a little time, don't judge me. So this happened in, I want to say, the early 2000s. Now this was over 20 years ago, so I'm trying to be as clear about it and transparent about it as possible. Some things will come to me as I'm speaking. Some things I have totally forgotten because it has been so long. So in the early 2000s, I was involved in some illegal activity. I don't know if I thought as if I would get away with it, because some people do commit crimes and get away with it. That's not the plan God had for me. It was meant for me, and it was intended for me to get caught. So I did what I did. I was a part of this illegal organization, and after a couple of months of being a part of this illegal organization, I was subpoenaed at my residence to go to court. Now, mind you, the crime was committed, I'm in Texas, so the crime was committed in Fort Bend County. The crimes, plural with an S, were committed in Fort Bend County. However, the individual, which was the ringleader, committed the crimes in Harris County. So I was subpoenaed to go before, oh my God, it was like a room. They were like at maybe a long conference table. It wasn't a courtroom, like a conference table. And it was like maybe 10 people in this room, like DA, district attorneys, just all kind of people. So myself, along with, it was like a long hallway of us. Like it was a lot of us that were involved in this activity. And so we were all subpoenaed to come to, the answers that they wanted were, how do we get involved with this group and this and that and all of that. So that's what we all were there for. And when I tell you that some of the people that were there were like corporate people, like these were not just people that live in the projects or low income, like these were people that had corporate jobs that also had got involved with this activity. That's what I'm gonna call it, activity. So it was my turn. They called me in the room. I was a little nervous. I didn't have an attorney at that moment. And they asked me, blah, blah, blah. How did you know this person? How did you get affiliated with this person? And of course, me never being in trouble before. Oh, I tried to lie my way out of it, y'all. I tried to lie my way out of it. Those district attorneys were not playing with me. Like, they were like, Miss Such and Such. Like, this was before I was married, so I was under my maiden name. Miss Such and Such. You need to, be honest here and this and that. And if you continue to tell give us untrue information, then we'll have no choice but to charge you with perjury and all of this other stuff. And so I was like, okay, this is it. This is how I linked up with this person and got involved with this illegal organization. Okay, got that out the way. Oh, we see this is your first offense. And I was like, yeah, it's my first offense. Okay. Well, you are released. You're free to go. However, it is up to Harris County to decide if they want to pursue criminal charges against you. And I'm like, okay, whatever. If so, they'll reach out to you or whatever they said. And so I left, went on about my little way or whatever. And months went by. I mean, months went by. No letters, no one coming to my residence to come and place me under arrest. No one come to my place of employment to place me under arrest. None of that. So at the time I was working at the hospital overnight graveyard. Going home, and my inspection sticker was out. Now, mind you, 2 days prior to being pulled over, I had 2 guns in my car. One in my console and one under my driver's seat. Luckily, I removed these firearms from my vehicle. Like I said, it was nothing but God. So the guns were out of my car. I'm going in this direction. The cop is going in the opposite direction. He U-turns. He comes behind me. Instantly, I was like, my inspection sticker. Pulls me over. Registration and whatever they say. I give him my driver's license. I give him a copy of my insurance, and he runs it. He runs my information. So, they had a little, this little walkie-talkie, whatever this little thing is. And he said all of my information to like a dispatcher or something. And she read, and then she was like, okay, such and such, black female, Tamara, such and such, height, whatever, class C, warrant. I'm like, warrant? I'm like, warrant for what? Like, okay. So he had the dispatcher to run my information again because, as he can see as well, I had never been in trouble before. Came back again, Tamara, such and such, 5 foot, whatever, black female, whatever, class C warrant. So he was like, okay, that's the second time we ran it. It came back again. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to place you under arrest. Now, at this time, cell phones were out. I'll never forget, I had a Sprint phone. And he was like, really, really nice officer. Really nice officer. He was like, well, is it anyone that can come get your vehicle so I don't have to impound it? What was I driving? I think I was back then I was driving a 2000 Oldsmobile Alera, baby. You couldn't tell me nothing about my Alera, baby. Baby, I had that green mirror tint, my rims, baby. You couldn't tell me nothing about the Oldsmobile Alera, baby. So anyway, I called my mom and I was like, she lived in the area as well. And I was like, can you come get my car? And actually, he pulled me over in a Sonic parking lot. Never forget it. I was like, I'm right here at Sonic such and such. I'm about to go to jail. And she was like, what are you about to go to jail for? And I was like, I'll explain it to you later. Can you and my brother come and get my car? Or you bring him so he can drive my car back to the house. So she got there. And then by that time, I don't remember if he had already placed me under arrest. Okay, he let me make that phone call. He let me make that one phone call to my mom, and she came. By that time, I think he had already took my phone, and he had already cuffed me and put me in a car, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, anyway, long story short, I told when my mom got there, I was like, do whatever you got to do to get me out of here. Like, pawn whatever, like, do whatever you got to do. That was a Saturday morning. I'll never forget Saturday morning. Took me to jail. Booked me in. I had just not too long got my hair done. I'll never forget, it was like some wavy hair, like all down my back. Baby, I know you lying. They made me take that. They made me take that weave out my head. My nails were long, like longer than these. They gave me scissors. They made me cut my nails off. They made me do all of this in the holding tank before they even put me onto the floor with the general population. Okay, get all this stuff out. Then the next step, they took me go take a shower. All this, put the little jailhouse clothes on me or whatever. So my mom went to baby. When I tell you, my girl pawned everything, baby. TVs. Back then, that's when we were collecting CDs. CDs were really popular, so I had a CD case that had like a handle with like, oh my god, I don't even remember how many CDs. She pawned all of that. She pawned some of my jewelry, and I don't remember what else. I eventually, when I got out, I ended up getting all my stuff out, but she got me out. I'm not gonna lie, my girl did that. She came that night and she picked me up. And of course, okay, Tamara, what is this all about? And I'm like, oh my God, I knew this was coming. So I told her. Okay, so then actually they told me I was really lucky that they even released me in Fort Bend County, since the charge was out of Harris County, even though I committed the crimes in Fort Bend County. It was really weird. It was a mess. And then I was actually supposed to go to work that Saturday, but my mom called in for me, so my job was secure. Okay. End up getting me an attorney. First attorney that I hired did the consultation and everything, and then a day or two later he called me back and he was like, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to take your case. It is a conflict of interest, because the person that got you into this is my client already. But I know of a good attorney, he's a colleague of mine. So he gave me his number. I called this guy, set up a consultation, went and met him, gave him my down payment, gave him my money, and got everything started. Fought it for a couple of months. I don't even remember how long I fought that case. I fought it. And by me never being in trouble before, they offered me 3 years of probation, which is what I end up signing for. The probation was actually okay. They gave me, I had restitution. I don't even remember how much fines and fees and restitution and all that. I don't remember. And I had community service, and then my job ended up laying me off. The hospital laid me off. Things got tight. Wait. Before I go any further, let me just let y'all know. My PO, my probation officer, was a B. That's all I'm gonna say. Just attitude, just nasty. I'm like, I understand that, you're dealing with ex-cons, and then you're dealing with repeat offenders that are just continuously committing crimes and coming back. But this not me. You know what I'm saying? I did what I did. I made a mistake. I'm here. I learned my lesson. I'm done with it. Just nasty attitude. So fees got behind. No, first community service hours got behind. I go to report to her one month. There was just something in my gut. I just had a gut feeling that something was about to go down. So I called her. Hey, Miss Such and Such, this such and such. Is there any way I can reschedule? Nah, I need you to come in. Okay, went in, checked in at the front desk or whatever, sat, wait for her to call me to the back. She called me to the back. Normally when I report to this lady, y'all, her door is always open. This time, baby girl door was like cracked just a little bit. So she was like, oh, go ahead, push the door in. Oh, go ahead, just push it open. Something like that, she said. So I pushed it open. Once I push it open, there is an African-American gentleman there, bald-headed, blazer jacket, slacks. He was a detective. Asked me my name. Are you? And I said, yes, I am. I'm officer, or I'm detective such and such. I'm here to place you under arrest for failure to comply with your court order for community service, something like that. Turn around, whatever. Come to find out, another young lady that was assigned to another probation officer at that same location had a warrant out for her arrest as well. So he ended up taking us both at the same time. So instead of cuffing me behind my back, he cuffed us side by side and put us both in. Anyway, they took me, booked me in. Girl, now this, y'all already know this is a girl moment. Girl gave me 14 days of jail therapy. 14 days of jail therapy for not complying with the court order to do I forgot how many hours I was supposed to do a month. Anyway, whatever. Got out my little 14 days or whatever. Trying to get my life together, get things, lined up or whatever. Get things in order. And so it came close to the holidays, y'all. I want to say I honestly completed 1 year successfully of this probation. I think this was going into the second. Yeah, I think it was going into the second year. This was around November. This was around Christmas time. By this time my fees had got behind. So I did the little jail therapy. By this time my fees had got behind. So sister girl gonna tell me, this was my November visit. Sister girl gonna tell me, yeah, Miss Tamara, you don't have these fees caught up by such and such. You might as well kiss your kids goodbye. You won't be seeing them for Christmas. Who not gonna be seeing their kids for Christmas? Girl, you got me up. You got me up. I'm seeing my kids for Christmas. I'm gonna watch them unwrap their gifts, and that's just the end of it. You got me up. So December came, I didn't report. So instantly she put a blue warrant out on me. For y'all that don't know, a blue warrant is a type of warrant for people that are on parole or probation, which means you cannot be bonded out on this particular warrant. Okay. So I ran. I was on the run for let me see, about 4 months. I don't see how people can be on the run for years at a time. That was one of the worst times of my life. Extremely paranoid. Every time I saw a cop call, oh, they coming for me. Oh my God, this. And so it was just a mess. So finally my mom was like, Tamara, you're going to have to figure it out. You're going to have to pick a time that you're going to go and turn yourself in. I'll never forget the day that I chose. The day that I chose to turn myself in was March the 22nd of 2004. Yeah, 2004. My mom took me downtown, as well as my aunt. She's one of my mom's closest friends, but I call her my aunt because she's been in my life for so long. And for support, they both took me. I had a ponytail in from what I can remember, and they made me remove the ponytail because it did have bobby pins in it. So they made me remove the ponytail. I handed the ponytail to my mom, hugged her, kissed her, and my mom is very religious. She prayed for me first before they took me to the back. But wait, hold up. I told you it's going to come to me in pieces. At first, they said they couldn't find me in the system. I'm like, oh, okay, your girl might be going home. Baby, please. They told me to sit down. Eventually, that blue warrant popped up. Gave him my ponytail. She prayed for him. I cried a little bit, not too much. Took me to the back. I think when I really started crying was when I heard that metal door slam. It was like, whoa. That's when reality kicked in. That B, you locked up. This ain't no 14-day jail therapy. B, you finna be in here for a while. Mind you, I had underage children. God is so good. My mom is amazing. She supported me. When I tell you my backbone, she took care of my kids while I was incarcerated to where my kids did not have to go into the system. I'm so grateful for my mom. I love her to pieces, to the moon and back, up, down, left, right, east, west, north, south. She is everything to me. I am so grateful for her. And not just that situation, but a whole lot of situations. When I don't even pray for myself, she prayed for me. When I forget to pray for myself, she prayed for me. When I fall asleep and don't pray for me or my kids, she prays for us. So when I tell you my backbone, I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'm booked in the Harris County Jail. I want to say I stayed in Harris County about 2 months fighting this case. Hired the same attorney. And tried to hire the same attorney, but at that time, by me losing my job, being laid off, the only income I had at that time was unemployment, which of course wasn't enough to pay for an attorney. So he tried to do everything he could, but with us just not, myself or my mom, having the finances to pay for his services or whatever, he wasn't able to help. So then I ended up with a court appointed attorney, which is, you all know, is attorneys that actually work for them. So got a court appointed attorney, and oh, well, looks like you're gonna have to do this. So they were giving me deals or coming in with, oh, we can give you this in 5 years this year. And I'm like, 3 years. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. Like, no, this is my first offense. Yeah, I messed up on the probation, but no. So the last thing, he came in with, I don't remember if it was male or female. So the attorney came back in with 18 months was next to the last offer. I said, no, I'm not going to jail for 18 months. No. So the last thing he came up with, okay, Miss Such and Such, this is it. If you don't take this, then you're going to go, I think he said it's going to go to trial. If it goes to trial, then the judge can give you what he or she actually wants to give you, which is possibly those 3 or 5 years, whatever they were trying to give me. So I said, okay. I said, give me the pen. So mind you, I don't know if you know, but you're behind a glass window. So he or she, I don't remember, male or female, slid the pen under the window. I signed for the time, slid the paper back, and that was it. So they gave me 12 months, but since I sat in Harris County Jail for 2 months, they gave me time served. So I actually only doing 10 months in TDC. Actually, state jail. There's a difference. So, girl, did my little time. Let me clear this up. Let's clear this up. What you see on TV is not actually what takes place when you're incarcerated. Some things do, some things don't. A lot of the stuff that I saw on TV shows and TV series and stuff like that did not happen. Girl, ain't nobody gonna try to take your goods. Ain't nobody gonna try to get your coochie unless you want to give me your coochie. I wasn't there for that. I was there to get myself together, do this little old time, and get out to be with my children. So trying to get a coochie up or somebody taking a coochie, least of my worries, that didn't happen to me. The only thing gruesome that I did see was 2 offenders having an altercation, and one offender took a padlock, because we had locks is what we would put our commissary in. She took the padlock off of her locker, put it in a sock, rolled it up. Blood just... So that's the most gruesome thing I saw when I was incarcerated. But like I said, what you see on TV, it may happen to some people, but that stuff didn't happen to me. So anyway, did my little time, met some really nice people. Let me tell you this too, y'all. Everybody in jail are not cracked out. Like it was really some beautiful women in jail. Like everybody is not busted up, or like it was some beautiful women that I was incarcerated with. I felt bad for a lot of them because a lot of them didn't have family. I even seen women that were released before me and came back before I was released with a fresh perm, eyebrows arched. All they did was did a turnaround, got out, went back to selling themselves on the street, selling drugs, using drugs, and did a turnaround and came right back. Those were the ones that didn't have family. But like I said, I had an amazing support system. My mom brought my kids to see me. My mom wrote me. My mom financially supported me. My mom was there the day that I was released to pick me up. So I just want to say that there is life after lockup. Yes, it's difficult. Once you have that strike on your back, it's hard. And I'm grateful that, like I said, that those firearms were removed from my vehicle before I was arrested, because the first charge was by itself. So finding the guns in the car would have been a whole nother charge. The girl probably would have been looking at 10 years. I don't know. But anyway, did my little time, got out. I got out actually a day before New Year's. I'll never forget. Yeah. I met some really nice people that I actually connected with, and actually we were friends. I can honestly say that we were friends, and we actually connected once we were released from prison. But yeah, it is definitely life. Yeah, I'm going to sleep after this. It is definitely life after lockup. When I first got out, y'all, it was hard. You know, they run their background, they see it, they don't want you, especially when it's a fresh felony. They don't want you. My first job, I'm a CNA. I haven't done CNA work in over 20, maybe about 15, 16 years, maybe about 17 years. But at that time, I was a certified CNA, which I became a CNA at the age of 18. I was a certified CNA, and I think I went and worked at a nursing home or something. And then the guy that I ended up marrying at the time, he and I got an apartment on the opposite side of town. So that particular nursing home was the distance, the commute was just going to be too much. So I ended up finding one closer to where he and I moved. And baby, when I tell you they worked me 2 or 3 days, worked your girl. And if you've ever worked in a nursing home before, you know you gonna work. So they pulled me in the office. I was working overnight there too. When my kids were younger, I did a lot of overnight jobs, graveyard jobs, 11 to 7, 10 to 6, and stuff like that. So they pulled me in the office. Mind you, I didn't already work the 8-hour shift to tell me that they gonna have to let me go due to my background. And that's one thing I never did. I never lied on an application. Never. When you got to that part about have you ever convicted, I always said yes, because they gonna find out. So he came to pick me up because at that time we only had one car. He picked me up and I got in. I wasn't crying yet, and I got in, I slammed the door, and I just let it out. I was like, he said, "What's wrong, baby?" And I said, "They let me go." He said, "Because of your background." I said, "Yeah." He said, "It's okay, Tamara." He consoled me. He did. He said, "We gonna be all right. We gonna make it." Anyway, that was over. Y'all, I went and got a job at McDonald's. I'm not gonna lie to you. I went and got me a job at McDonald's as a lobby attendant, where I was just wiping tables, pulling trash and stuff like that. At first, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I was embarrassed. Your girl was embarrassed. Had to look like when I had to take the trash from the lobby out to the dumpster, which is of course behind the restaurant. Baby, I would pull that cap down damn near to where it's in my mouth, almost kind of like this. No, you ain't looking at me. You ain't gonna see me. So then after a while, I was like, you know what? I have a job. It's legal. It takes care of my family. Baby, I pull that head up and held my head up high, and baby, push that little old trash can. It was on wheels, y'all. Push it to that dumpster, pull them trash bags out. Half the time they be leaking. I ain't care. I slung them bags. Did what I had to do. One thing I can say, the older the felonies become, the better for you, because the doors begins to open up. Because with good jobs, a lot of them say anywhere from 5 to 7 years. That's how old they want the felony to be. So yeah, it's definitely challenging, but it is definitely life after lockup. Don't let that X on your back stop you, or just don't let it destroy your life, because I see a lot of people get discouraged, and like I said, the young ladies was turning around and coming right back, and they'll go back and they'll commit other crimes because they couldn't find jobs. You may not find the job that you want or you desire, or that you are qualified for or were qualified for before you got in trouble. Don't let that stop you. Like, there's definitely life. Like, now my feeling is over 20 years old. So I don't have a problem with, when I was living in apartments, I didn't have a problem with leasing apartments, finding jobs, you name it. I didn't have an issue with that at all. But I hope that this video will help somebody, will encourage somebody, and this goes for males or females. It is life after lockup. If you go to the work source here in Houston, it's called the Work Source, and the Work Source is it's like an employment center where you go and they give you leads on jobs, help you they have resume classes. I know back in the days they used to give bus tokens. I don't even think they do bus tokens no more. That's how you know your girl ain't rode the bus in a long time. So I guess now they're giving bus cards, they give gas cards, they help you with childcare. So yeah, the Work Source will help you if you are, a fresh felon, just, fresh out or whatever. with the resources that you need. They can give you a listing or a list of companies that will hire people with fresh felonies, because there are companies out there that will hire you and consider you for employment in spite of your background. And me personally, I think it should be based off of what the charge is. Of course, you're not going to put somebody that's a scammer or somebody that committed credit card fraud or hot checks in a bank. Of course, you're not going to, hire somebody to be security or something and they have a gun charge. I mean, I think it should be equivalent to whatever, if it doesn't apply to the job, I don't see a problem. So like I said, I hope this video is informative to somebody. I hope it helps somebody with me sharing my story. Like I said, don't believe the hype with all that. Oh, did they turn you out in jail and all that? Girl, I was turned out before I went to jail. But anyway, that's a whole other story. But it's definitely life after lockup. So we make mistakes. We learn from our mistakes. As long as you're just not a revolving door and you're just continuing to make mistakes, you've learned from it, you did your time, you went on about your business. That's all that matters. I've always wanted to be in some type of ministry, like a prison ministry. I know I have a calling on my life. I really don't know what the calling is, but I wanted to be in some type of prison ministry. I want to go into the prison and talk to the ladies and just give some encouraging words, share my experience of being incarcerated with the young ladies, and the same thing. Like I said, it's life after lockup. So yeah, I've even considered looking into starting like a non-profit organization, like maybe like I'm not gonna say a shelter. Like you can donate clothes for women that are just getting out and they need nice clothes to wear to interviews and stuff like that, like a donation center where you donate slacks and interview ready type clothing, shoes, high heels, ballet flats, just blazers, just things that women can wear to present themselves professionally when going to an interview. So, but that is my story. And like I said, hopefully it'll help someone. Hopefully it will inspire someone to know that you can move on. This too shall pass. This too will pass. Only thing is you have to be patient, because it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. Yes, that door is going to be closed in your face a lot of times. Yes, you're going to be disappointed a lot of times. But after a certain amount of time, those doors will begin to open for you. And all of those different opportunities. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your future. Don't give up on your children. Don't give up on your family. Hell, don't give up on yourself. Like self-love. Love yourself. Love yourself. Can't nobody love you the way you love yourself. And I'm learning that in my 40s. I'm in the 40s club. One day I'm gonna reveal to y'all how old I really am, because when I tell people, they don't believe it. But I'm in the 40s club. And I'm just learning now in my 40s how to love Tamara, how to genuinely love Tamara. So, like this video, give it a thumbs up, y'all. It's free. Give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Give me some suggestions on some content that I can put out for you guys. Push that bell so you will be notified every time your girl uploads a video. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to come on over and join the family. I would love to have you. Love me and I'll love you back. Until next time.